Hello friends, this is Chrissy with A Little Glam, A Lot of Mom, and today's video is a good old homeschool haul. A bit of traditional supplies, art supplies, books, and a few thrifted goodies. FYI, this will be the last haul for a good while, so let's get to it. Elmer's washable disappearing purple glue sticks, good deal on Amazon, 30 pack for about $6, so that's that. Cap erasers, Up and Up brand. Ticonderoga is our favorite brand of pencils, and I found these metallic ones at Ollie's. Fizzy paint, and there are 120 watercolor tablets in here. We've never used these, so if you have any suggestions on how to use them, let me know, but I anticipate that these will be fun. 2 bottles of tie-dye. We are experimenting with dyeing at the moment, including natural dyeing, so I'll update you on that soon. We were in need of new watercolor pencils, not just for nature journaling, but for my 2 ninth graders and their good and the beautiful high school level 1 curriculum. So we're giving the Arteza brand a try for the first time. There are 48 colors in this set. I really like the tin-like packaging. These are from the Expert line, so slightly more in price. And something that I love about Arteza is that they are non-toxic. Super Tips by Crayola washable markers. These are some of our favorite markers, especially for my planner. So we put together pencil pouches to keep in the car for on the go, and to put in her pencil pouch, Bella chose these erasable colored pencils by Crayola. So like I just mentioned, we stopped by the school supply aisle at Target for my littles to pick out supplies for the car. So my girls went for these purple pencil pouches. Each of the girls picked out these fun wrist slap rulers. And Luna chose markers, and Noah chose this red cylinder-like pencil pouch, and he went with colored pencils and markers. So I found this 54-piece set of various writing pens and pencils and highlighters for $6, and that's just the price for 1 pack of like gel pens. So I picked this up mostly for my teens. Again, there are gel pens, ballpoint pens, number 2 pencils, highlighters, permanent markers, and mechanical pencils. So I found this Usborne I Can Draw Animals book at a thrift store and thought it would be fun to rotate in our opening or morning activities for my youngest 3. So we have a few of these Learn How to Draw from Dover Publishing, but I love how colorful the illustrations in this Usborne are. So to use or to keep those drawings organized, Luna picked out a composition notebook. I'm not sure why, but she's loving it and she's already used it. My son picked out a Ryan's World notebook, and instead of a notebook, Bella chose to use loose paper, and so she chose 2 folders to store her papers in. Another resource to rotate in our opening or morning activities is a word search booklet. It starts off with easier like CVC words and progresses in skill or difficulty. So a few things for my toddler who will be 4 in November, and we don't ask any formal bookwork of her, but her 4 older siblings are learning all day around her, and so she wants part of it. So I picked up these Melissa and Doug like activity pads. One is a surprise ink activity pad, and she's already working on it. And the second is a water wow pad, and these are also great for the car. A cut and paste school zone workbook, mostly for her to get in some scissor practice and feed her love of pasting and gluing everything. But the workbook also covers basic preschool concepts like numbers, shapes, puzzles, and logic. To hold all of her activities, I also picked up one of those rolling carts. After 4 years, I finally gave in. I found it on Amazon Warehouse for $30, and again, I'm using it as Luna's preschool cart. In it, I have prepared activities for Luna to reach for at any time of the day when I'm working with the other children. It's portable, compact, and it holds 10 prepared activities, but mostly I chose it because the drawers pull out, and so it works as a tray for Luna to carry over to her table or to the floor and work directly in it if needed. And I'm working on a video about Luna's preschool cart, and that'll be up soon. So a very random item, but I picked up these reward certificates at Target Bullseye to just motivate and reward hard work and consistency, and my son is obsessed with space. Okay, I'm going to jump around to electronics resources for a few minutes. This year was the year for us to invest in an iPad Air for my oldest daughter. So I purchased the iPad Air and some accessories for her device. So the first accessory is the Apple Smart Keyboard. The device effortlessly connects to this keyboard. Compatibility is why I decided to pay the price for an Apple Smart Keyboard rather than an off-brand. The keys feel really nice, close to a laptop keyboard. The only flaw is that it does catch dust easily. We also picked up the Apple Pencil, and the Generation 1 pencil is the one that's compatible with the iPad Air. My daughter is into digital art, so this was a treat for her, but she does also use it for school notes. And for the pencil, we purchased a sleeve. It's anti-shock, so it protects it from falls, but it also makes the grip a bit more ergonomic. So because my daughter does do digital art, she wanted a specific screen protector. So it protects the screen, but it also doubles as a paper-like film for drawing and writing. And there's nothing in here. I just wanted to show you the packaging and the brand name of the case that my daughter chose. It's the yellow one that you saw a few clips back. And she found this case available on Amazon. Next up, I have some resources for language arts, but they are not curriculum. So a friend gifted us this Usborne First Illustrated Grammar and Punctuation book. So adjectives, conjunction, verbs, nouns. So there's a lot of information in here. It's really, really busy. So I don't see us using this as a cover to cover type of book, but I can definitely see us using it as a reference book, where if we're working on nouns or singulars or plural nouns, then we can open up to the page or the spread and just do exactly that, just a page at a time. Parts of Speech Tales by Scholastic. So it's 8 storybooks of funny tales that teach 8 parts of speech. So besides the 8 storybooks, there's also a teaching guide with lessons, activities, reproducibles as well. So the illustrations aren't exactly our style or our fit, but I will give it a try. I do know that my littles will have some giggles and just a fun and unschooling approach to grammar. So let me explain why you really didn't see me haul any curriculum besides for my new freshman students. And that's because we didn't buy any curriculum this year. My youngest 3 just didn't need it. In the past 4 years of homeschooling, we've accumulated enough for a few years. And since I do purchase PDFs, I just reprint for my youngest if needed. And also, we're just coming into our own ways of learning, and a big part of that is unschooling. So while I didn't buy curriculum, I did pick up just a lot of fun unschooling type of resources, which are the resources that I've been sharing with you in my haul videos since about the middle of summer. Happy Hats, a beginning reading game by Bob Books, because I have a new early reader this year, Noah, and it's so exciting. So children explore letter names and letter sounds as they create simple words to help pave the path to reading. Along the way, children collect happy hats for every word they create, and it just looks simple and easy enough, and I'm hoping that we'll love this and I can carry it down to my youngest, Luna, when she's ready to read. A few math resources. The first is Sum Blocks. This is the 27 block starter set. So there are 27 solid hardwood beach blocks and activity cards. So what's unique about these blocks is that the heights equal to the value. So for example, the 2 and 3 number blocks stacked together equal to the 5 number block. Included is a guide for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and 3 activity cards to use with the blocks. There is a booster set of more activity cards, and of course, different sized block sets with more blocks. This is the smallest set. There are so many ways to use these blocks, incorporating math and child-led open-ended play, and so I'll be sharing more thoughts on this resource very soon. a board game by Learning Resources, Money Bags, a coin counting game. And we're already enjoying this. So in this game, we collect, count, and combine coins. So as the players move through the board, we use the coins to make the sum according to the spot that we've landed. But first, the player spins as a twist on the game onto which coins you cannot use to make the sum. So there's just so much coin practice, coin identification, value, addition, and subtraction. A few resources for history, or I guess we can say specifically a study on ancient history. So Match a Mummy by Lawrence King Publishing, the Ancient Egypt memory game. So what's neat about this memory game is that there is an accompanying booklet of facts to match the cards. The cards are really good, durable quality. And of course, the illustrations are just beautiful, as all resources are by Lawrence King Publishing. And another favorite publishing company, DK, and this is DK's Find Out Ancient Egypt. Fun facts, amazing pictures, quizzes, and just tons of info in here. We love DK books because they're inviting, the combination of real photographs and fun illustrations. And again, there are just tons of snippets of information in here to ignite a spark, and there isn't a DK book that we have that has disappointed. Egypt Magnified. See history up close on this search and find adventure. This reminds me a lot of the Scholastic I Spy books that we enjoy so much. What's neat about this book is that it includes a working magnifying glass. So there are all sorts of beautifully illustrated and busy scenes. And for each one, the reader is prompted to look for 10 things to spot. And then each of those 10 things to spot, there is a little short educational fact. For example, what's an amulet or a chief priest? So not only are we learning about snippets of things of ancient Egypt, but we're also working on logic and problem solving and sharpening those eye skills. And speaking of Scholastic and I Spy books, I've added one more to our collection for the Halloween season. So there are riddles and things to spot through a spooky haunted house. Jumping back into history for a moment, and this is specifically for my teenagers, and it's so massive that I have to spread out on the floor to show you. So it's the Adams Synchronological Chart or Map of History. So basically it's a timeline of ancient, modern, and biblical history. So it does have a Christian worldview. And you guys, it's massive, 27 feet long. The only way to truly enjoy it and get a lot of the information is by hanging it up. So you have to make sure you have a big enough wall for this. And I bought it for my teen daughter's room. She loves this vintage type of style. From Stone Age to historians, artifacts, Egyptian hieroglyphics, Babylon, Noah's family, the Roman Empire, just so much information besides a timeline. And I found this beauty on Amazon, and of course I will have it linked down below. And the last two things I have to share with you today are resources for our National Parks study. And this is a year-long study. So I have our resources available and displayed, and we study a park when an interest sparks or when we're due for something different in our school day. So who pooped in the park? The Grand Canyon National Park. And I've heard of this series of books, but I wasn't sure what to expect. And so I wasn't willing to pay full retail. But I found this copy at the thrift store for $1, and so it was the perfect opportunity to try it. And I like it. It's not just like a silly story, which is what I was expecting. There is actually educational information through the story of a family visiting the park and on a hike finding scats, tracks, and identifying animals. Also, the illustrations are hand-drawn, and I can always appreciate that in a book. And a puzzle. This is a USA map of national parks by Junior Ranger Master Kids Pieces. And if you saw a haul I shared earlier on, I think during summer, you'll see the rest of the resources we have for our national park study. And I'll be sure to link that video for you. Anyway, this puzzle is a fun way to learn about the parks in each state. It's 100 pieces, which is what Bella is solving at the moment. Noah is still on 48 piece puzzles, but anyway, we do enjoy puzzles together. It's nice quality. It appears to be a durable cardboard, and it's a good size. The pieces are a good size, not too small. Alright friends, that's it for this haul. If you stuck until the end of the video, I appreciate you. I know it was rather long, but like I said, this will be the last of our hauls for a good while, at least until the holiday season. Remember that the best way to let me know if you enjoy this type of content is to give me a thumbs up. I also love to hear from you in the comment sections, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for your love.